Allah, who is the most merciful and mighty. In a world driven by rapid technological advancement, artificial intelligence is reshaping industries, redefining careers, and revolutionizing the future of work. From startups to global corporations, AI is no longer a futuristic concept. It is a powerful reality transforming the job market every single day. Among the remarkable personalities contributing to innovation and entrepreneurship is Mr. Pir Hamad Saab, whose journey from academia to the startup ecosystem stands as a beacon of inspiration for young professionals and aspiring entrepreneurs. With over 17 years of diverse experience and support for 1,800 plus startups, his story reflects resilience, leadership, innovation, and lifelong learning. As one of the proud alumni of Palex Educational Complex, he represents the spirit of global growth through continuous development, learning through experience and technology, opinions that inspire innovation and leadership beyond all limits through vision, courage, and action. This is Fazal Qasim, the CEO, Global Dialogue Series, Palex Educational Complex, and the trainee of Rehan AI Training Institute Teacher Training Program. So, we are going to have a discussion with Hamad Saab. Welcome to the Global Dialogue Series, Mr. Hamad.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you so much, sir, for having me. And it's an honor and privilege to be here.
So, could you please introduce yourself in brief?
I surely will. As you have already mentioned, I'm Pir Amad Shah. Of course, a proud alumni of Palex and Global. You have been an inspiration, and I feel like once you asked me that we are going to have this podcast, I was like, we can never sit in front of you and talk. You have always been an inspiration. If I get reluctant at a time or I somehow slip my tongue, you'll have to forbid me for that. Since it's an honor, entirely honored and privileged to be here and sharing this screen with you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Okay, Mr. Ahmad, what inspired you to work in the startup ecosystem?
The startup ecosystems, we will come to it later. What inspired me to become an entrepreneur and
Okay.
then a startup system leader, this is
Mm,
going to be an interesting one. Since I've been into jobs, certain jobs, I've been an academician, I've run my own businesses, and I felt like if we run a business, it gives opportunities, it gives uh, growth opportunities to others as well, rather than just benefiting your own self. You provide opportunities for others as well. Whereas in jobs, you're just there and helping yourself and your family out there. In other way around, in startup ecosystem, you build connections. You have a lot. You have a social life. You have a tech social life as well. And additional to that, you are not only generating revenues, you are not a money making machine, you actually are contributing towards solving the real world problems. So
wonderful.
that's where I thought of becoming a part of the tech ecosystem.
Right. Excellent. Okay. How has AI changed the startup landscape?
Yeah, to a lot extent. To a lot extent. Earlier, there was a time when we used to say that internet is like oxygen for businesses,
Hmm.
specifically for e-commerce businesses. Then later on, we used to say that internet is like an oxygen for any institute,
Hmm.
whether academic, non-academic, or any other. If there is any field, take it, say it be legal, law firm, say it be healthcare, education, edtech, any, you name it. Now the words have been changed. The entire world has moved towards that AI is working as oxygen for these businesses for the reason
It's a
that the
miracle,
work they
miracle.
do, it is if
A
you know
miracle.
how to use it, it
Yeah,
is a miracle.
it's a
If you
miracle.
don't know how to use it in the right direction, if you don't have the prereqs for it, so
Yeah,
it's a disaster.
yeah, of course. All right. Okay. What skills are becoming more important in the AI era?
It varies from field to field, from discipline to discipline. Every field required, obviously, the basic domain knowledge is obviously required. That doesn't, like people say, you don't have to go for degrees, you don't have to go for education, you don't have to do anything else, you don't have to learn from people, you don't need to read books. People say that, but I don't agree with them.
Mhm.
You have to learn the basics, you have to learn about the domain, and then you need to learn the prompt engine. You
Mhm.
need to learn how to interact with these tools. You
Mhm.
need to learn the limitations of these tools. And before using any generative AI tool, people are using it in daily lives like routine work. Now they are used, there's a lot of dependency on these tools. Even those texts that we could write, we could interact in a normal manner. People don't believe in their own writing right now, and they have to go there. They are compelled to go there, recheck it, and make it done through AI, and then post it to get a better impression. Only
Yes.
when they come to you and they sit in front of you, and then you realize that okay, this is the real person. The person who was posting it is not the real one. So you
Yeah.
cannot go for it. We
Yeah.
can depend on it,
You mean to
but
say
to
that
certain.
you mean to say that communication skills are important, digital literacy is important, and of course critical thinking and creativity, adaptability, they are more essential, or they are becoming essential for the people who are using AI or who are going to use it.
All
What is
these skills were important. These were important. They have become vital.
yeah,
You cannot live without them. You cannot, you should not, you can, but you should not be using AI. You should not be interacting with any tools
yeah,
without their prior knowledge.
right, wonderful. Okay, how can students prepare for the future job market?
Okay, so this is an interesting one.
Mhm.
I like 3 to 4 months back, I got to write a research paper on this.
Hey,
And
great.
so the future of work in the era of AI was my domain where I was working. And
Mhm.
see, the market is entirely changed right now.
Yes.
So there is a little less. I was even astonished to see the results that only a few international institutes are there who are working with their students on being prepared for the future technologies.
Mhm.
Majority of them are see, the technology earlier used to come, be there for in the market for like 4 to 5 years,
Mhm.
dominate the market for almost half a decade,
Yeah.
then be there somehow, somewhat in a hybrid form for like next 4 to 5 years. So it was like an era of 10 years, a whole decade for a
Mhm.
student to get settled for a job. The
Right.
market has changed now. If a
Mhm.
technology is there, it's hardly there for an year, two max three. It's not there
Right.
anymore because the latest trends are coming over. So
Yeah.
learning, adaptation to the new tools, and
Mhm.
openness to learning is going to be a foremost thing. One. Then, and the question was how important it is.
Yeah.
So, the future of work in the era of AI, you don't have to learn the tools that are working right now.
Yes.
We in Pakistan are now talking about AI.
Mhm.
Very less people are talking about generative AI.
Yeah.
The world has gone beyond, and they have even now. It's time to leave agentic AI even. So there's
Wonderful.
a slight difference. I'll narrate it to your
Can you
audience as well.
AI, generative AI, and the third one is
Agentic AI.
agentic. Can you
Yeah,
differentiate between these or among these?
yeah. So AI is when the pre-trained models are already there, present there, and they respond accordingly. They are good at perceiving things. They don't judge. They don't find any exceptions. But if you train them on a specific data set, they are AI models.
Okay.
And generative AI, that you give them certain pool of data, every time they are into learning it and they modifies it, they give
Hmm.
you a patent answer like ChatGPT. There is an answer, there is a logical reasoning for that, there is an example for that, and there is a justification.
Wonderful.
One thing is for sure, that AI is actually there is a research paper by OpenAI that says that Open AI or whatsoever the AIs are, they provide hallucinated figures with evidences and the right justifications. So at times, um, they are 50% wrong, they are 55% wrong. The answers are hallucinated. If you ask them to generate references, there is no such research paper found. Still they generate the references for that in a patterned manner, because
In
they know this is the author name. They just follow the systematic approach, and they give you the answer, which
that
feels
is
like that
AI.
this is authentic one, but it's not. And it's triggered, the generative AI is triggered when I give them certain things. See, I ask ChatGPT to act like this and provide me this answer, and then I press this enter.
Yeah.
So it's generative AI. So
Yeah.
the agentic AI is autonomous one. There is no human
Okay.
interaction. Once I've written a code, it will be there. It's like the drone surveillance
Your
systems that
assistant.
work on
It's your
autonomous.
it's your assistant. Like nowadays, I think these we can say uh, what do we say? The
Chatbots.
chatbots. You make your chatbot and they respond accordingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but in chatbots, there is the prediction level is missing. They cannot predict it. So
Okay.
they are automized. They are automized. The
Mhm.
agentic AI also predicts based on the previous experiences. It also predicts future. So it
Mm.
gives you a figure that it can also be a possibility. So if there if see if there is a chatbot, we need to give it a data pool of questions, frequently asked questions, 100, 200, 300 questions. It will search those keywords and then give the answer from those. So
Yes.
it's a specific pool of questions that is given to the chatbots, whereas in agentic AI, do uses that specific pool, but also on the basis of previous experiences and results, it predicts the future that this could also be a solution.
Like this forex trading, they also I think use this
Yeah, they
forex
do.
trade,
They,
isn't it?
yeah, for forex trading, they also interact with the online databases.
Yes. Okay. Wonderful. Excellent. Okay. And has AI created more opportunities or more challenges?
Oh, I would say more opportunities rather than challenges. Challenges
Wonderful.
for those who don't understand it
Yeah.
and take it as a challenge rather than as a companion. For those who take it as a challenge, there is a lot of challenge out there. But
Yeah.
those who take it as a supplementary one, and those who take it as a supporting tool, they have actually more opportunities now.
And those challenges are also equipping them with plethora of experience and knowledge and skills. What do you think?
To some extent, yeah, but see, experienced people are always reluctant towards any new thing, to
Hmm.
any bigger change or any shift in the existing. They'll shift, but they'll shift for some time, then they go back to their routine. So
Okay.
experience has got nothing to do with it. If you are experienced, it's irrespective of. We will not, we should not be even making this classification that this one is experienced, this one is not. Even younger people come up with something that is extraordinary. I've seen
Yeah.
people with 50 years experience and they are using AI tools better than any Gen Z. Uh,
Yeah.
the Gen Z is using it slightly differently for the reasons that they have seen only that, yes, if the millennials, Gen Alpha, they use it, they're going to be using it differently. So millennials do have challenges, and they are actually the experienced ones.
Wonderful. Okay. What role does leadership play in the AI driven workplace?
Leadership in terms of, if I say in education system, should we
Mhm.
be discussing it in specific to education system, sir?
You can give the example of that.
So, if we talk about the education system, teacher is the
Generalize it.
leader.
Yeah. Generalize
I
it.
sure, sure, sure. But we'll take an example from education system, then we'll generalize it. So, if we take an example of an education system, the teacher and the administrator who runs the entire organization is the leader. Actually, there is
Yeah.
a thing that people actually want students to be creative. They
Yes.
want students to speak out their minds. But once students do
Yeah.
that, they don't appreciate it. If a student come up and say, even in the work environment, the leader is the CEO of a company. He asks an employee to do certain jobs, and he builds a chatbot for that, and that is being done automatically. You would say, why are we sitting idle? Why don't you do something? Though he has created that bot and it's doing the work for it. If AI, in the era of AI, is not doing your jobs, means you are not actually fulfilling the purpose. So
Yeah.
leadership plays a pivotal role in this for the reason that they are actually the engines, they are the driving
Mm.
factors. If they want their
Yes.
organizations to grow, they'll have to let those old school things away, and they'll have to adopt to the. It's a time that the elder ones needs to learn from the younger ones.
Yes. Of
It's
course.
high time. It's high time.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely. Sometimes I used to learn from my children.
Same here. Same here. I
Yeah.
do.
Okay. How can AI improve education?
Okay. To a lot extent.
Mhm.
Education, for education, we need to look into it that education entirely is not a block.
Mhm.
It's a three or four-way system.
Yeah.
The government, the institute, and then within the institute, the trainer, teacher, or the
Mhm.
student. So there are four different stakeholders in this.
Yeah, of course.
The government can revise the curriculum, they can work for it, and they can integrate AI into it, and they can allow, if you want to work with AI, with the help of AI, if you know how to use it and use it efficiently,
Yeah.
so it's better. I used to say when that even in this too big 2026, uh,
Right.
there are a lot, and if I say up to 60 to 70% of the students who don't even know how to use
Mhm.
Google efficiently, this won't be wrong.
Right.
In the era of AI specifically, so one, the government needs to lead initiatives and start ignite the initiatives that are actually leading towards inclusion of AI. Then it
Right.
comes to institutes. Institutes needs to adopt. those technologies and those trends in their curriculum, and they need to let those old school, when I say old school, I don't mean like ruined out,
You
but they
mean to
are
say
somehow
the traditional way of teaching or the traditional tools should be
the
left? They should
conventional
come to
mechanisms, you would say.
the modern trends.
Yeah, the modern trends needs to be adopted. Then the teacher.
Yeah,
See, the institute needs to integrate those modern skills in faculty development programs, and that should be reached to the faculty members. If I
yes,
compromise on uh, indulging a teacher who is just a fresh graduate for the reason that
yeah,
I don't want to pay higher, and I assigns courses that they are not actually relevant to his degree. So I am not
mhm,
actually doing bad to him. I'm not doing bad to the student. I am actually creating problems for myself,
yes,
being an institute. So
yes,
the teachers and then those faculty development programs, the learning objectives and outcomes needs to be changed accordingly. And we should not go by books only. We should
yeah,
see what the actual capacity of a student is and
yes,
integrate. See, the first class students needs a different AI level.
yeah,
The second class needs a different level of AI. For him, involved in games and calling his name and just interacting through voices is a bigger achievement of an AI. But for the
yeah,
10th class students, it's different. Then
yeah,
comes to the students. The students needs to learn through different ways and needs to revolutionize the way they think. They
yeah,
put forth their creativity. So when we
yeah,
talk about education and AI, we do not talk about just education, the
mm,
classroom duration. It's
yeah.
about the
All the
entire system.
stakeholders must be involved. All the
Yeah, everybody.
stakeholders must be involved. Yes, and
And one
if you,
important stakeholder, one
yes, yes,
important.
mhm,
This
yes,
question needs to be entertained. I have to
very
add
important.
one last point.
Yes,
We the institutes needs to involve indulge parents as well,
yeah,
because the parents are not millennials, the parents are not Gen Z, they are somebody from a totally different perspective. If the students are in university, the parents are probably around 60 years of age.
yeah.
That specific age group do not, they still think computer is not good for the kids.
Yes, yes. That the one student came and we were sorry to cut you. We were telling that she will have to buy a laptop or mobile to integrate artificial intelligence into language learning. So her
Uh-huh.
mother was reluctant to buy a mobile for her daughter. Then we tried
Yes,
to
yes,
convince her, and she was convinced that it is the
yeah,
need of the day. If she doesn't use her mobile, she will use the mobile of others.
yeah,
So try to make her understand that this is good thing and this is bad thing. Make
yeah.
them understand.
So
So
what
this
an institute should be doing.
there is a generation gap.
Yeah.
That gap should be filled.
It can be at least somehow minimized.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Okay, what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs?
Okay. So see, entrepreneurship is a lifestyle.
Hmm.
It's not just a buzzword that you think of a revolving chair, a lot of employees, and money pouring on and pouring in
Dollars.
and
Money pouring in dollars.
yeah, in dollars too. You don't have, you have to, there are 2 to 3 things, and those advices are way too important for them. One, if you have an idea, work on it a little bit and launch it right away,
Hmm.
rather than discussing with it hundreds and hundreds of people and then thinking of that it will fly away by itself. No.
Hmm.
Second, choose your mentors wisely.
Wonderful.
Those who have not achieved what you want to achieve, they are not the ones you need to be discussing your ideas with.
Yeah.
They have not followed the path that you want to follow, they'll not be able to advise you accordingly.
Yes.
So funds are not the only thing that keeps a business moving. It's a vision, it's a
Mm.
creativity, it's a
Yeah.
day and night resilience that makes a business going. And
Wonderful.
if your passion is there, it can work. Choose your team members wisely.
Mhm.
If the love, dedication, devotion, and trust, the trust is very, if your team members do not believe in your idea to the level that you believe in your idea,
Yeah.
don't include those people in your team.
Mhm.
They are like the pulling down weights to you, and you are swimming out there with a lot of weight. Every day you come up, you see these people, and they keep you demotivated. So
Yeah.
don't keep those people. Fourth, people who you thought are going to be your good partners, and they are not proving to be, throw them out of your company. If your company has a loss of 90%, throw them away and
Yeah.
move with the 10%. It will be 110% by next 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years. But move solely.
Wonderful.
Make your partnerships. Oh, this is my area, and I really, I really don't know how to stop, where to stop. I have a lot to tell in this. So whatever you do within your partnerships, mean, see, you have to write it up.
Right.
I used to tell these startups, these founders, that make your partner sit with you and
Mm.
discuss with them like you need to fight with them. Fight for your right. Everyone need to fight for their right for one. And then once you write those things, it's there is, he is like my brother. He is more than my brother. We trust each other. We don't need to write it. I don't know. It's his share, my share, it's our share. It's our company. No, these are rubbish.
Yeah.
Business do not need these things. Trust me. If you are doing this, you're actually the first person who is spoiling. Who actually don't want this business to run.
Pashto, there is a proverb, Ruri Khuri Bako Hisab Termenza. Ruri
True.
Ruri Khuri Bako Hisab Termenza.
Exactly. So true. So true.
Yeah. Okay. So the next question is, how do startups attract investors today?
Okay. How do startups? Okay. So startups needs to learn that attracting investors takes a lot.
Hmm.
There is a lot of due diligence required before you pitch your idea or your business in front of an investor. You
Hmm.
need to run your business accordingly. There are a few things I'll not have done to you. The first one, your company needs an architecture, a structure. One company's is structure or not. There is a CEO, there are directors, there are co-directors, there is a marketing manager level, there is now an operational level. The entire company is structured one. You have a legal stature. You have registered your company in Security Exchange Commission of Pakistan. You have registered in FBR of and Registrar of Firms, FBR, CAPRA, wherever. If it's services, then you need to go for CAPRA. If it's products, you need to go for SCCP. Then you need to learn where it's a private limited company. Only companies with private limited company stature can go for funding, public funding. The
Hmm.
single member company or sole proprietorship do not take funds for people, since it's a single member company and it's a sole proprietorship. You do
Yeah.
not have a legal stature of giving away your shares. So you
Hmm.
cannot raise funds. If you want to raise funds, you need to have a private limited company. You
Right.
need to run all your expenses to your business bank account.
Right.
Any transaction made in cash should be transcripted somehow, or the steps of those should be. You need to have a proper money trail over there. All your employees need to be employed through contracts, proper contracts. All their salaries needs to be dispersed through your bank account, not in cash. Any transaction made, and since it's more about financial inclusion of any other third entity, you need to have projections as well. You need to have a monthly execution utilization plan. You need to have a 6 months utilization plans. And once you are there in front of an investor, you need to know how much investment do you want to raise. Your ask should be in your mind, and what for is more important than how much. If you need
Absolutely.
to raise 1 million, how are you going to utilize those 1 million, and how much time? You need to keep a return on investment in your mind. Say a 1 million in 3 months, and in return, within the next year, my projections are going to be this high. I'm going to give this much jobs. This will increase my revenue. There is, when you go for an investment opportunity, all the money does not pour in into your account and it goes for your products. At times there is a money, it's around 20% of the money raised in your marketing goes to your marketing. So that does not have any direct ROI. You need to learn these things. You need to learn these terms in order to you have to refund it. Plus, if you are raising money, don't think like it was a waste money. He didn't needed it. That's why he gave it to me. You need to have a bracket that I'm raising this money for an year. I'm raising this money for 1.5 year. I'm raising this money for 3 years. You should
Yeah.
raise capital for a little less. You can say 18 months, and at max you can raise a money for 5 years. One thing else, the last one, which is way too important. If you're going for raising money, you need to define right at the start the exit strategy or the liquidity. If any single person out of those that agreement wants to run out, how is he going to exit? What it
Yeah.
is going to be stake there, since the business has started lot much through that money, and now you want your money back. You will not back it. You need to give it to him completely. Entire money is not going to be going to him. There's a
Yeah.
portion of it that will get deducted. He'll have that in mind. So
Yeah.
after 18 months, what will be the, is it a debit? Is it a credit? Is it the equity share by end of the duration? Once the duration is completed, what will be the status of the money? Does he want to share buy the shares of the company? Does he want his money back? Does he want a monthly progress on that? So financial inclusion is a toughest job in a business, and do it once you are ready, market ready. So there are two things. One is investment readiness, and the second one is investment likeliness. So investment likeliness is among every startup, every business want to raise money and have money and have their capital there, and they need to have a big amount, a big chunk in their bank, so they don't have to worry about it. But are
Yeah.
they investment ready? So a lot of them are not. Unfortunately, they are not investment ready.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Wonderful, Mr. Ahmad. It is really enlightening all of the viewers, and I'm myself learning, new things and new ideas. Thanks for your, presence with us. One last question is, what is your vision for the future workforce?
For the future,
Workforce. Work.
workforce.
Yeah.
Okay, so the workforce in future is going to be way too versatile than it is today. We don't need people to be sitting in our offices and working 9 to 5 for us. We
Mhm.
need people on a paper go model. If I need their services,
Right.
I'll contact them, I'll interact with them. A person who is skilled enough won't be sitting with me in next 2 years. If he's skilled enough, he can go for dollars. Why is he going to sit with me then? I'll have to hire
Yeah.
high end people, but the hiring is going to be
Yes.
changed. It's not going to be months,
Mhm.
it's not going to be for years, it's not going to be for life and life and life. It's going to be
Mhm.
for hours. Everybody is going to be
Yes.
compensated in per hour charges. So the
Yes.
life and the every organization needs to learn it as quickly as possible. If you need a designer, hire it from Filipinos, hire it from Thailand, hire it from any other countries, and you'll have a better uh, designer. You'll have, if you need a social media marketing strategist, you can hire that
Yeah,
person from anywhere across the globe. We've already seen it
yeah,
in multinational companies. The people are sitting in this country and they're working somewhere in US, somewhere else. So remote jobs are going to be promoted. The work
yes.
environment is going to be shifted as soon as possible to Slacks and such like environments where the progress is being monitored on online sources. This is how things are going to be moving in the future.
Wonderful. Excellent. Greatly honored by your presence, Mr. Ahmad, and I think this discussion was more than fruitful. And we would be meeting in the next episode and keeping in view different topics or different ideas for discussion. So
Inshallah.
we'll be asking you for your presence next time
Anytime.
again.
Any-
Okay. So
Anytime.
I'm going to just wrap it up and then we will say goodbye to our viewers for the next episode.
Sure.
The journey of Mr. Hamad reflects the true spirit of innovation, resilience, and visionary leadership. His contributions to education, entrepreneurship, and startup mentorship demonstrate how passion and purpose can transform lives and communities. As AI continues reshaping the global job market, one message becomes clear. Technology will not replace humans, but humans who adapt to technology will lead the future. For students, professionals, and entrepreneurs, the future belongs to those who embrace learning, creativity, adaptability, and innovation without fear. As a proud alumnus of Palik's educational complex, his story inspires the next generation to dream bigger, think smarter, and rise beyond all limits. Global message: grow through continuous improvement, learn through every experience, share opinions that inspire positive change, go beyond all limits with courage and innovation. The future is not something we wait for, it is something we create. So, thanks a lot, Mr. Ahmad, and thanks a lot, viewers. We'll see you in the next episode. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you.